let's talk about this because I was wondering what was this about, because Gary Melton from Paramount Tactical shared these screenshots, and I thought at first that this was AI. You know that this nowadays we have this problem, but we don't know what is real and what is not. And lo and behold, we have an image of Candace Owens. I don't know how long ago was this taken. Okay, we can guess that was a few years ago. I really have no idea. And this apparently is her husband. Okay, so I saw this, and I don't know if you remember when we were checking, the Epstein files, that we stumbled upon a studio that was all red, that the walls were red, and there was a jade chessboard, and had this ominous feeling. Had the exact same feeling when I saw this. It was my first, my knee-jerk reaction watching this. I mean, who can be comfortable in a setting like this? Or maybe there's a possibility, a bit remote, but this is a possibility that this is not part of their house. They are pulling like a kind of a Meghan Markle, that she's doing something that is not in her house, or this is not a studio, this is someone else's house. But always when you're doing this interviews and you have these character photos that we're going to analyze right now, usually you do it at people's homes, so you can take a picture in their natural habitat. That is the idea. And besides the shocking red that really was like a punch in the gut, okay, that is one thing, I need to talk about. First thing that I'm going to say is composition. Only composition. Composition is very good. It's almost flawless. We have two literal bodies. One is in the area of less attention. Candace is in the area of more attention. You know that you had a format. The upper right corner, this area right here, is the one that has the most, that commands the most attention when you're looking at any sort of, you're looking at a photograph, you're looking at a painting, you're looking at anything. The upper right corner naturally is going to have more attention. It's like you have my headshot. So this area where my YouTube plays are, that is the area of more attention. I put them for that reason. Your attention naturally is brought to that. I try to stabilize the frame with other things. That's why I try to have kind of symmetry in my my frame. It was very important, that blue light that I have on my side. So that's how you make up things. Now, he is like pulling, like he's kind of pulling her. But the problem that we see when we go beyond just composition and entering in the realm of actual body language is that she's got no business to do with him. She's got no business to do with him. There's absolutely no connection between them. She is standing next to a countertop. He is sitting on a sofa. They are separated by, I would say, 3 bodies. It's like if you measure the width of this man, you can see that there are like a 3 body separation between them. There's something that also it's important. There's no synchronization between them whatsoever, between their body language. Nothing, no anchor, no similar anchor as in you. So there's one. I'm lying. There's one. There's her left hand is similar to his left hand. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to look for anchors between both poses to see something that I don't know, connects them in some way. But no, they did this on purpose, I guess. Only one of them exuding confidence. We are not talking about Michelle Obama, Veronica. We're not talking about Michelle Obama, but we could. But again, I see that they wanted to go for the independent woman. Even if Candace Owens, I think that she wrote a trad wife book, right? Just make him a sandwich or something like that. So she has this kind of conflict. She wants to portray herself, it's my understanding, as a trad wife. But this is as far as a trad wife that you can be, because that there's this axis of the body. We have three main axes of the body to determine attention. Okay, they're also called orders. This axis, the most important, is the axis that goes from our chest forward. Okay, it's like I do this. You can imagine that it's like an arrow right in front of your chest. That is an axis that basically portrays your attention, where your attention really goes. If you see two people talking to each other and you see that their arrows are pointing at each other, then you know that they are really connected. Sometimes they see two people talking and one of them is turned to one side. Okay? But of course, there are also differences between the genders. If you see two men talking, usually you can see that they are going to be both of them with the axis open away. It's something that comes from the let's say the tradition that we were always talking and exploring the horizon just in case there was something to hunt or something like that. But in here, I don't see any of those axes. The second axis is going to be the head. In all cases, both heads are looking at the camera. There's no connection whatsoever between them. And the third axis is made by the average direction of the feet, in which there's not much to say here. In all cases, he is sitting with the European leg cross, and this could look a bit effeminate. Why? Well, because essentially, you need to have very slender and slim legs to do this, and basically make sure that your crown jewels are not crushed. As for me, I cannot sit like this. I need to sit like the American leg cross, in which there's no one knee over the other, like in this, the European leg cross, but the ankle of one leg rests on the knee of the other. So you're picturing that in your mind. Again, maybe I can look for an example, but you understand. If you're really masculine, if you have a lot of aura, if you exude masculinity, you can get away with an European leg cross. And if you have the slim legs, which I don't have, I have football player legs. And but then it's my question: this dude, do you think he exudes masculinity so he can get away with an European leg cross? No, he looks like a pretty boy. He is borderline. He looks like a twink. All right. And what is going on with Candace? That she's not only almost, it's giving him, it's turning her back to him. There's absolutely no connection. That hand on her pocket looks really manly. I don't know. This reminds me of Michelle Obama. Indeed, so many of you in the comments are making jokes about me. How do I sit? I sit like Donald Trump, with my feet planted firmly on the floor. That is the way to go. That's always my advice. If you're a man and you don't know how to sit, and you want to, how do I sit? What is the surefire? What is the never misses? What is the cheat code of sitting? Sit down with your feet planted on the ground and do not move them. Leave them right there and learn how to be like that for hours. Be a man. That's what you should do. And never put your hands in your pockets. Remember that. So, yep, I give you I gave you the most important tip for how men should see it. So again, this is extremely manly energy, dominant energy from Candace. In fact, she is, besides the this whatever is this. This looks like something that Epstein would have at his house, one of his houses. She is the highest contrast element. So she's not only in the most important area of the composition, her face is in the most attention commanding area of the composition, but her white suit is basically the highest contrast thing in the in all the format. So yes, it's bringing all the attention to her. She is the single most important thing here, and the man is relegated to whatever. This is another shot, and you can see that here they had this professional lighting, this soft boxes here. This definitely looks like something that Epstein would have at one of his layers. This look at that. What happened to this guy? Oh my God, this is even worse. You remember that he was a bit confident with this pose, European leg cross, a bit of confidence there. But this man, he absolutely looks like, that body language, that facial expression is when he's sitting at the chair, main bedroom or hotel room has a chair, the spectator's chair. He's got the body language. He's got the body language. And well, Candace posture, and this posing was really nice. I have to say, Candace posing this way was very casual. She looked nice in this picture. I'm not gonna lie, she looked nice. Much better posing than in the other. This was more masculine energy. And again, maybe they were relaxed, and this is, the lighting is way more ominous. Way more ominous. She is the boss. Maybe he likes to watch. Oh my God. Sports. Of course, we're talking about sports. Maybe he likes to watch. Yeah, sports. I don't want to get into trouble too soon. I don't want to get into trouble. He's like a pouting kid in detention, and she is the principal. I got caught again. But again, this was my take on this crazy and ominous and maybe dark body language. But I would love to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. Much love and bliss.